We're in Alenu, upon us. Alenu comes, it's just a small Hebrew word. It's composed of two parts. Al, which means on, hence upon, and nu, which is the plural second person suffix, or in simpler words, us, right? And today, I invite us to lean in our Alenu, in this prayer, into the us. So let's take a breath, maybe 2 breaths, and allow ourselves to ask, to envision the community that we want to see around ourselves. What is our vision for a community we want to belong to? And if you're not already in gallery view, I invite you to switch to gallery view and to just take a look around. Look at the faces in the Zoom. See the names, the images. Taking the whole multitude of being that is gathered here. The number keeps changing, but we're at 214. That's not a small community. 214 of us gathered here. And maybe take the presence of all of us here and find a blessing, a vision for this community, a vision for the community that you need holding you right now. And if it fits, please share your words in the chat. What is the community that I want to see around me? Putting it in the chat for us. Oops, the wrong place. That I want to be part of. What are my blessings for this community? Spaciously loving and firmly held. Blessings of unity and solidarity. Much care and radical disability justice dreams. Kind, compassionate warriors of goodness, sparkled with white flowers and pollinators. I want to sing with other revolutionary Jews and Jewish fluent people in DC. I want to be part of a community that can disagree, but also listen to one another because relationship matters. A beloved community of reciprocity, of care, of radical access and deep empathy. Brilliance. Touched by the connections of so many overlapping networks. Virtual, accessible, global. Resilience and joy. No one left behind. Queer, trans, non-binary. multi-hued, multi-faithed, each lifting up each other's strength, singing, connected to the earth. Loving, diverse, deeply knowing. Please keep pouring these blessings. Thank you. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמם אחד. You know, the Minha prayer, it's a little gift prayer that literally means gift, but it's also a very short prayer. It's just a gift. It's just a gift prayer. And so things kind of move along traditionally quite fast in Minha. And from Alenu, we move to Kaddish Yatom. From a grieving, from a place where we give space to our vision, from our courage to hope, we move to grief. Last week, and it feels ages ago, a friend told me about a transnational feminist conference in which he was presenting, and in which the organizers contrasted optimism and pessimism with hope and grief. Hope being more community-centered, whereas optimism more individual. Pessimism coming from an individualistic consciousness, whereas grief belongs to a more communal one. Grief. Last night, I found myself rapidly oscillating between all the modes of grief. Kaddish Yatom is an opportunity for us to be witnessed and held by our community in our times of grief. We're all grieving, and we will create a space to express it. My mother, she died in October 4th last year, and you can imagine what it was like to sit Shiv'ah then. So I would first like us to hold among us those who are in Shiva right now, who lost a close one in this past week. So if you're in a place where you can give us that opportunity to hold you, please put the names of those whom, if you're in Shiva, for those who you lost this past week. Charlie, Fen, Vessi, Atinuku Tinu, Maizede Eugene Halpert, Michael, Erich, Auntie Carl Rosenberg, If you're in Shloshim, in the first 30 days of a passing of a close loved one, Yitzchak ben Nisim, Yaharia de Alto, Ken Perez, Zana. If you're in the first year of mourning, like I am, I lost my dad, Shlomo Abastado, Shlomo ben Yoav Veluna, or if you're marking a yard site, I'm not going to read all the names. I'm assuming among us there's many, but please put them so we can hold them, hold you. Thank you. And now maybe we can take a minute and connect with everything that we grieve right now, and give this community of rabbis for Ceasefire an opportunity for our grief to be witnessed by sharing it in the chat. I'm just randomly lifting up some things from the chat. 18,000 Palestinian children, all the lost Gazan children, Tul Karem, the soil of Palestine, all killed by the US state in prison, grief for loss of humans having humanity. Lebanese children, grief in the environment, Ukrainian freedom fighters and families, grief for indigenous people worldwide, I want to add grief for this world where it feels like we're in different universes sometimes, that we don't share the same reality. Immigrant detainees and those who died trying to cross the borders, people who have already died because they could not receive reproductive health care needed, immigrant families that have already been separated, grief for people who need an abortion and can't access one, loss of our moral compass as a nation, all the trans folks who have left us, grief for the imminent loss of so much gender-affirming health care, grief that it's now been over a year since the largest protest in DC for Palestine. grief for people who have felt the unjust hand of the justice system. Project 2025 and our rights as people. As we continue to pour our grief to the chat, I want to invite those of you that are kind of in a place to say to recite the Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, to rise in intention in your posture, or to stand, but really it's more about the consciousness, kind of change, uplift consciousness. And you will notice in the handout that if you're used to Ashkenazi version of Kaddish Yatom, you will notice a few extra words. That's because it's the Sephardi Mizrahi version. And you will also notice that we added the name of her sibling, Ishmael, specifically to the Kaddish. So please join me. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי ויצמח פורקנה ויקרב משיחי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם לעלמי עלמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה שירתה תשבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, חיים וסבע וישועה ונחמה ושזבה ורפואה וגאולה וסליחה וכפרה ורווח והצלה לנו ולכל עמו ישראל ואמרו אמן. אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא ברחמיו יעשה שלום עלינו ועל עמיו ישראל וישמעאל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישמעאל ואמרו Amen. We are, I think, going to breakout rooms. Yes. Margaret, would you like to lead us there?
Yes, I apologize. I just had a little computer glitch at a crucial moment. Well, this is the moment for us to try to give voice, if we can, to a little bit of what's in our hearts after joining together in prayer, being taught and held by our beautiful teachers so far, and by this tradition. I wanted to say that I think one of you mentioned earlier that we all thought, I think a year ago, that Rabbis for Ceasefire would be a very short-term action, and it hasn't turned out that way at all. And now we've been in this decimation for more than a year. It's spread beyond Gaza. It's brought consequences that will last for generations to come. Much of this carnage has been supported by the US government, using US weapons. And now I think that that freeway to that happening is going to be even easier to access. So we're holding a tremendous amount in our hearts right now. And I am, through all of it, just a great believer in love and friendship and community. And I know there was a little discussion in the chat about whether that's enough. I don't know whether it's enough, but it is the only place I can imagine to start. And Rabbis for Ceasefire has been a community of care through this last year. And all of you who have joined us, whether or not you are rabbis, whether you're Rabbis for Ceasefire or elsewise, are part of that community of care. We need each other, and we can support each other. We have that. We can offer refuge to each other in particularly hard moments. We can inspire each other. So we have about 10 minutes to be together in groups of 3, and these will be random. So you may end up with people you already know, or I don't know what. But I have 3 questions that I've been holding for some time now, and I thought I would just offer these questions as a spark for conversation. And in fact, when I say conversation, what I would suggest with this 10 minutes is that you introduce yourselves to each other, and then each of you speak without stopping for about 3 minutes. And if you finish up early, maybe your 2 friends would sit quietly with you, and then move to the next person. And then when you get to the end, you can just thank each other, and we'll come back to the group. And yes, there'll be, I just saw a note from our amazing Alyssa, there will be some music and quiet in the main room if you're not a chat room kind of person. So here are the 3 questions that I offer. What's going on in your own soul right now? Who is the person that you want to be in this time? And what do you need personally for the days ahead? So I invite you to move towards the chat rooms. I will, perhaps those 3 questions can be posted so that you'll have them to guide you, and otherwise just talk about the state of your heart right now, and I'll see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back to this beautiful minyan. I feel like some part of my heart softened just being with a couple of you for the last few minutes, and I felt the possibility of loving and lifting each other up. So we've been invited a number of different times in this last hour to gaze at all these beautiful faces. I just want to take a moment to let us center and gather into our heart the fact that we have each other. We have each other right now, and we have each other in the future. And that means that we can reach out to each other. That means that we can pray for each other. That means that we can console and be consoled. We can call each other. We can text each other. We can join each other in these kinds of gatherings. We need each other, and we are well resourced in that regard. So I thank you all for being part of my circle of love and care as we go into this midbar that is ahead of us. And I think I have the joy to call on Jessica to bless us all.
Thank you, Margaret. My name is Rabbi Jessica. I'm on Dakota land, Minnesota Makoche, a few blocks from George Floyd Square, and calling up all of the resistance and strength and creativity of this home. Some words of closing blessing. The source of life blesses us with the earth that is big enough to hold us and everything that we are holding. May we turn towards her with care. Our ancestors bless us with the stories of how they survived and how they did not. May we be blessed to find gratitude for all they have left us. God blesses us with water. May we have the strength and wisdom to protect it. Our ancestors blessed us with wisdom for being in the rhythms of the day and in the seasons. May we turn towards that wisdom. The mystery blesses us with each other in our beauty and our mess and despair and creativity and wonder. Our ancestors bless us with sacred obligation. The clarity that our life's purpose, our whole reason for being each day, is to take care of each other and the earth, even especially when it is hard to do so. May we have the strength and courage to perceive with more clarity what is real, what is really happening, the truth of our situation. May we have the strength to name it for one another. May we grieve, may we disrupt, may we disobey, may we do so together, arms linked always. May we have the strength and courage to reach for connection rather than isolation. May we dismantle empire every day through the care we materialize for each other and for our neighbors. May we learn to love more of each other. May we learn to love more of ourselves. May we learn new and old ways to put that love into practice every day. May we midwife the new world that wants to be born together every day. Kenya Hiratzon. Monica.
Amen. Kenya Hiratzon. The words of this song are in the chat, and they're by Rena Branson and the prophet Isaiah. I will carry you through these changes. 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 Ve'ad seva ani esbo. Ve'ad seva ani esbo. Ve'ad seva ani esbo. Ve'ad seva ani esbo. I will carry you through these changes. I will carry you through these changes. I will carry you through these changes. We will carry us through these changes. We're just going to gently sing each other out as the holders of this virtual space prepare to close the gates for now, but the gates are open in our hearts and in our relationships and our interconnection. So we'll sing quietly, we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll stay connected. Yadadam Yadadam bayai, yadadadai, hi, ai, ai, ai. Yadadam bayai, yadadadai, hi, hi, ai, ai. Yadam bayai, yadadai, hi, yadadai, ai, ai. Yadadam bayai, yadadadai, hi, ai, ai, ai. Hi, ai, ai, yadadadai, hi, ai, ai, ai. Yadadam bayai, yadadadai, hi, ai, ai, ai. Hi, ai, ai, yadadadai. I will carry you through these changes. I will carry you through these changes. I will carry you through these changes. We will carry us through these changes.